guys, and welcome back to another edition of Straight to the Point, a video podcast for Recovery Point here in West Virginia. And again, as I try to say it in every episode, thanks to everybody for following the page, liking the page, and giving of your time to watch these episodes. It takes a lot for these girls and boys, men and women to come in and share a tough story, but they do it because they in hopes that somebody out there is, going through something like we've all been through, that we're able to share our story and keep them from going down the same path that we all have been through. So today I'm joined by Ashley and Devin. Now, I met Devin in Charleston, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks ago. Did we meet when I was there? Did you sing?
No, I didn't sing real pretty like she does.
This one right here done broke out Whitney Houston or something. So I don't know if I can get her to sing a little bit for us. But thank y'all so much for coming down and doing this. It means a lot. I'm going to start with you, young lady. Okay. So Devin, tell us how you ended up at Recovery Point. If you want to give us a little bit about your childhood. Just kind of an A to Z kind of thumbnail sketch of how you got here.
Okay, well, I had a really good childhood. I'll give it that. Like, nothing was wrong, really.
No trauma, anything?
No trauma. I mean, I had it pretty good. I started experimenting, like, just to have fun, really. Like, I didn't do it because I was depressed or anything. Like, I was curious. And
how old were you?
I was about 20 when I started doing it. So I've only done 2 years of really doing hard drugs. My sister, she started using drugs before I did. Mm-hmm. I'm a triplet and she's my identical sister. So we're really, really tight. And it killed me to see her in really bad addiction. So I try to get her out of it and talk to her out of it because I just seen I seen me and myself, me and her.
Of course, yeah.
And I couldn't beat her, so I joined her. It was an easier way. I just wanted to be with her. I thought maybe if she overdosed, at least I'd be there with her.
You're an anomaly. A lot of people don't start in addiction that late in life. It's a lot of times it stems earlier. Some preteen into teen. I was 25 or 26 when I got into it. But when you started, did you know immediately, okay, that this is pretty good here? This is probably going to end up being a problem, or did you ever think, I got this, I'll never get to that point, I can quit anytime?
Well, I didn't think it'd be a problem. I thought I could control it where I didn't have depression issues or anything. I was like, well, I'll just use for a little bit, have some fun. And that fun turned into, not so fun.
A nightmare?
Yeah, basically.
What was the alcohol, cocaine, pills?
I used meth and fentanyl. That was my two. I couldn't choose. I like to do both.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what starts out as all fun and games turns into a complete nightmare.
It was all fun and games.
Yeah.
And one night I got arrested, and I didn't think that I was going to get in trouble. I thought I could get away with it. I thought I was invincible. And
that's the drug talking, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought I could get out of it somehow, but clearly not.
How long did you go? Did you have to go in for?
Well, the first time I went to jail for about a little over a week. I got bonded out, and they actually accepted me in Recovery Point in October last year. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not court ordered. So I just went home and I got high again. And that's where I messed up because I could already been graduated or something, way farther in the program if I would have done that.
Got on with your life by now.
Yeah.
Huh?
And then my indictment came up and I showed up high to my indictment and they sent me to jail for about 30 days. I thought I was I had it. I was like, they're not going to notice. I got this.
Boy, they know.
Yeah, they're like, Devin, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? I thought I had it in the bag.
Yeah, no, those people are trained professionals.
Yeah, they are.
They get it. Thank God they noticed.
Yeah, I was so upset. And I was like, wow, this is so messed up of them. To send me to jail like this. But they actually did a favor for me. And
Could have saved your life.
yeah, so I got out on drug court and home confinement, and I didn't have the mindset that I do now. So I messed up and I relapsed. I failed a few drug tests for drug court, and they sent me here again.
And you've been here how long?
About 4 months.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You
I
got
mean,
it?
a little bumps in the road, but I'm used to that, and I have a good acceptance level now that I can continue and just trust the process. The famous phrase,
Oh
trust the
no,
process.
you know, there's a reason that's a phrase because
Yeah.
it's
It
the truth.
It is the truth.
And it's just hopefully Recovery Point's giving you the tools to use that you can revert back to, because I promise you, when you think they can't tell, they can tell.
Yeah, and I try not to get upset when things happen at Recovery Point. That's not in my control. But sometimes I think they do that. It's just so they can kind of test you and like show you if that happened out in the real world and something happened and you got upset, what would you do? Would you get high, or would you just accept life and life terms and just go on? And I'm trying to just accept that so I can do good. And
Well, you're I can assure you, you can do good. You know, God gives us a chance every day. You know, when we're still alive to breathe, and can't do nothing about all that stuff in the past, but you can do something about what's coming up in the next 5 minutes. That's for sure.
that's for sure.
And speaking of the next 5 minutes, Ashley, you're on deck.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for coming too. So share with everybody out there. I mean, you heard how good Devin did.
She did
You know,
great.
throw it out there.
What do you want to know?
Oh, start. How was your childhood? Was it tough, indifferent, easy?
I had young parents, so you know, I thought it was a normal childhood.
Right.
My parents were great. My dad took care of us, and my mom stayed home. And you know, everybody partied. You know,
Right.
some.
Right.
And my mama and papa had parties and stuff, and my mama would take care of me while everybody was partying. They'd have bands come and
Right.
just, you know, but I had a great childhood until my mom and dad split up. And then my mom died in 2014 from cirrhosis, from drinking
Right.
and drugs. She was 44.
Too young.
Very,
Too young.
way too young.
Yeah.
And,
Was that what sent you over the edge? Was it before your mom had passed away?
Yeah.
Or?
well, you know, she kind of took me to hell and back with her when I was younger because she went wild, you know. She had me when she was 18 and never got to experience life until her and my dad split up. So she went a little wild,
Right.
you know, and it just progressively.
Spiraled out of control at that point.
A little bit.
So how old were you when you first started using?
I started smoking pot when I was 18.
A little bit later on in
Yeah.
life too. Was it a mask just to kind of ease the pain, or was it just
No.
looking for something to have fun with?
Yeah.
And next thing you know,
Yeah.
it's on at that point, huh?
Well, I know, looking back on my life, that I've always had an addictive personality. I can see that now,
Yeah.
you know.
From smoking pot to
Drinking a lot, partied a lot. And I started selling cocaine. And
Yeah.
wasn't old enough to get in a bar. But then I started doing it. And then I was 21 and I partied, you know.
That's a bad combination.
Yeah.
When you're 21, you're selling it and using it. You know, that's a bad combination there.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you do that for?
Well, from 21 on the rest of my life,
Right.
till I'll have 15 months sober
Woo.
on the 6th.
That's awesome. Go on in. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. What was your rock bottom? What do you think was finally that moment where you go, okay, I'm tired, you know?
This time, when I went to jail, I had to detox off Suboxone, and I had to come off Effexor, the medicine that I took. And it was in Southern Regional Jail. It's just awful, bad place, real
Really?
bad. And it was bad. It took me about 35 days in there to start feeling normal again.
Normal again.
And that's the worst. I've not had too low of a rock bottom ever, really.
I tell people, and there's been so many that sit in these chairs, and they talk about their rock bottom. Will this happen? Will that happen? But I always say, I can tell you what rock bottom is. It's called 6 feet, because that's when it's over. When you hit rock bottom, and then you don't have a chance to dig yourself out at that point. You might got down to 5.5 feet, but you're still here, so you ain't hit rock bottom yet. So thank God you won't ever have to hit that again.
Yeah.
How's Recovery Point been for you? Honestly, you can lay it out there.
It has changed. It's hard for me to talk about it.
It's okay. You're fine. If you cry, you cry. That's okay. That's a real emotion.
Changed my whole life.
Yeah.
It's made me a whole completely different person.
Has it even though as hard as it is, it can be very fulfilling.
Yeah.
To accomplish.
I mean, it took me a long time to get to this point. I didn't want to be there for the first 9 months I was there.
I don't know many in there that do.
Right.
So what's it, how long you been in now? How long?
May 24th made a year.
Do you know how much longer you're going to stay?
I graduate August 30th.
Woo! All right, so let me tell you all something. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. A lot of people don't make it.
I never finished anything in my life.
Yeah, a lot of people. And how big is that in your life? I mean, because if you can do that program, I've watched it, that stuff ain't easy. One person jacks around, gets popped with some dope in their mouth, or, the whole place gets shut down. You all get penalized. I went in there one morning several weeks ago, and the guys were eating breakfast. I'm like, what's going on, boys? Yeah, that was a bad time to ask what was going on, because they pretty much chewed me out. And but you got to be super proud of yourself for completing that program. I mean, it's hard to do. What kind of confidence does that give you moving forward with your life?
It gives me real confidence like I've never felt before. I've never felt like I always had drugs was my confidence. It was false confidence, but
Sure.
It wasn't.
Absolutely.
And then coming here, I mean, get pushed to your limits and then further. And you really see that you can do something in your life, that you can be pushed to the limit and you can
Still
succeed.
overcome it. Yeah, absolutely. Both of you got a shot. If you're breathing, you got a shot.
Yeah.
And it's okay to cry. It's okay to share that emotion. And it's important, I'll leave you with this and we'll get on out of here. It's important to depend on people like this young lady. Mm-hmm. It's important for you being so new in the program, only, 3 months? Is that what you said? 3 or 4
months.
4 months. Man, this one right here, because you're going to have them days where it's like, man, boy, them doors look awful good up there busting out.
She knows I love her.
Yeah, she's honestly helped me a lot. Like whenever days I wanted to leave or thought about leaving. Yeah, she did her lead one night in SOS, and it really touched me. It really showed me that it's worth staying here and keeping my sobriety. Even if anything happens here that I can't control, it's not worth it to go out and do something stupid.
No, yeah, you don't. God, just the starting over. Can you imagine
no.
if you? I mean, here you've been a year, and if for some ungodly, which is not going to happen, being hypothetical here, but just imagine if you had to do it again. You don't want to have to do that again. You don't want to have to do it again.
I used to get mad because I was like, man, they caught me so early. I still have years of partying. Why do they do this to me? And now I'm going to take this opportunity to try to change while I'm young and still have my whole life ahead of me. And I want to use the older people's stories to look at that and take that and just realize that I don't want to go through all that stuff that they did, and that I can change, and I want to help younger people too, to show them that they can do it.
Yeah, you can be a mentor to these young people. I mean, people they start out early now. We were all a little bit later in life, but you're talking about girls out there 12, 13, 8. Y'all will kick it too. I can't wait. You had said, I got my whole life ahead to party. Had you not have got popped when you got popped and took the steps that you took to where you are now, you wouldn't have no life. That ain't no life. Let me tell you something. That ain't no life a lick out there. That is nothing but sheer immortal turmoil, pain, disaster, hurt, embarrassment. The life that you got before you now, You got it. You'll see. You'll see. You'll enjoy what you got left. And reach out to them young girls too. You can be a mentor to them. Y'all are unbelievable. You'll probably be running a company in 6 months somewhere. What you gonna do when you get out? What have you thought about it that far before we go? I got to hear this real quick.
Yeah, definitely. Career wise.
Yeah.
I want to, you got to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
A recovery coach, and then hopefully get a degree in social work. Like
That's awesome.
maybe a master's degree.
I can't even spell master. Can't even spell master. That's unbelievable.
And you make big money in recovery.
Yeah. Hey, and bigger
I love
reward
helping people.
and a bigger reward than money. But with people like you that can mentor these people and keep them in the program, good Lord, get you a second or you don't get front row seats in heaven because mothers do, our mothers do, but you get you a second or third for helping other people like us. God bless y'all. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much. And like I always say after every episode, if you don't get help at Recovery Point, make sure you get it somewhere because all of our lives have worth. Your lives have worth, and you matter. With that being said, y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time on Straight to the Point. See you.